Hey, you want to hear a wild story? Let's talk about the most hated man in America, Orenthal James Simpson. You see, OJ had a big problem. He wasn't just famous, he had Riz, but not just any kind of Riz. He had the Riz that made even white folks feel comfortable, smiling in Hertz commercials, cracking jokes in movies. America loved him until they didn't. Because in 1994, when his wife Nicole and her friend Ron were found unalive, all hell broke loose. The police show up like, OJ, we need to talk. OJ said, what you need to talk to me for? What I do? And just like that, the trial of the century begins. And when the trial started, it was like a real life episode of Jerry Springer because it wasn't just a trial, it was black versus white, black America versus the police. Rich black man versus the system. Half the country said, OJ did it. He killed her in cold blood. He's guilty. The other half of the country saying, man, the LAPD done framed another innocent black man. He innocent, period. And when that glove didn't fit, Johnny Cochran dropped the line that broke the internet before there was one. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. The jury said, say less. So OJ walked. And here's where things went left. Because Ron's pops, he wasn't going out like that. He said, man, we ain't done with OJ ass yet. By the time we get done with him, the juice ain't gonna be worth the squeeze. So in 1997, they took OJ to court. And this time the jury came back like, yeah, you ain't going to jail, bruh, but you finna pay. 33.5 million, OJ. Run that check. OJ looked at the judge like, 33 million? For what? Judge looked back at him and said, for the lives you took. And OJ just stood there. And then he leaned over to his lawyer and whispered, yo, 33 million? Bruh, I ain't got it. What we finna do now? The lawyer didn't miss a beat. He looked back at him and say, hey, don't trip. I got you. All you gotta do is move. OJ says, move? Move what? Move where? Lawyer said, Florida. And OJ like, Florida? Man, I'm a Cali boy. I ain't moving to no Florida with a bunch of old people. Lawyer says, listen, you ain't going for the weather juice. You're moving because Florida's laws are airtight. When you become a resident, they can't touch your house. They can't touch your pension. And that cash value life insurance policy we set up years ago, that money is invisible. They can't sue it, freeze it, seize it. They won't even know it even exists. OJ was like, for real? You mean to tell me I could owe them $30 million and all I got to do is move to Florida and I ain't going to have to pay it and I can still live like a king? The lawyer was like, I'm telling you, you could owe them $100 million and they still wouldn't get a dime as long as you take your behind down to Florida. So guess what OJ did? OJ dipped and built a mansion on the golf course, signing autographs and just chilling out there. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more disrespectful than that, this fool drops a book called If I Did It, a hypothetical confession. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. Now, he said it was fiction, but the pain, that was real. And the profits, he actually structured it so that his kids got the money, not the Goldmans, not the Browns. And what's really crazy is that the $33 million has now grown to over $100 million with interest. And guess how much money they've actually collected? Basically nothing. So OJ didn't just beat the system, he played it. He beat the system using the system twice. And while we can't confirm the life insurance rumors, let's just say the richest people don't hide money, they hide how they keep it.